with another video. This is another addition to my Good Morning Drive, where I talk about an assortment of topics most of the time. And I wish you guys, all the viewers and non-viewers, a happy and good morning. It's a good start to the week. It's Monday. Let's go. Oh man, Monday, another week of living, of breathing, being on this plane of existence. We got to be happy about that. That in itself, you should feel good about your day. All right, let's go. Let's have a good one. If you're not going to have a good day, man, just make it happen. It's not simple. It's easier said than done, but you got to strive to make your day good. And you know what? Even if you are trying to make your day good after having a bad weekend or just having a bad start to the day, you get through midway, you know what? Sometimes you just got to say, F it. I'm just going to let things happen the way they happen. And the fact that I'm allowing whatever nonsense to happen in your bad day, look at that as a positive. You know, sometimes when life gives you lemons, you got to make lemonade. You know, it's a funny meme that I shared with a couple of my friends over the weekend. This dude had a Life cereal box, right? You know, the cereal box of Life, full of poison. We could talk about that too one day. But he took a box of Life cereal, poured it into the bowl, lemons came out, and he smiled. You know, that's the joke. That's the meme. That's the whatever you call it. That's the video that the dude made. You know, I thought it was clever, thought it was funny, shared it to a couple people, got some laughs. You know, so that's what you got to do, man. When life gives you lemons, try to make lemonade. Just try to be as happy as you can be. Make a bad situation better. And when I say be happy and just put a smile, are bad in your lives or bad in your day, be constructive. Criticize yourself if you have to. Make those changes, and you will see some dividends, especially if you're trying to be positive, trying to be positive to the people around you, especially if they're trying to be positive towards you. Things will get better. So do that. Make it happen. Be positive. Be an inspiration to yourself. If you feel like you're a piece of crap, well, change that. Don't be a piece of crap. You know, change something about it if you feel like you need to. If you don't feel like you need to, don't. Just live a better life. Be happy. Be happy to your neighbor. Be happy for your neighbor. You know, that's all I'm going to say about that. Good morning to all the viewers out there. Please hit the like if you come through and leave. It really helps the channel grow. It definitely helps the algorithm see for my subscribers to see the videos that I drop. And you know what? I'm kind of happy with these Good Morning Drive videos because I'm actually getting some views on them. You know, I've been trying to be as consistent as I can with this. Sometimes in the morning, I'm just too busy, running too late, or, you know, just moving too fast, and I can't make a Good Morning Drive. So I'm happy that I'm able to do it 2 or 3 times a week. I really try to get one out for Monday for you guys. And, you know, I'm actually getting some views. I'm getting like, you know, not major views, not 1,000, not 10,000 views, but I'm getting, you know, hundreds of views, 200 views, maybe even 300 on 1 or 2 videos. So I'm actually happy about that. Again, when I started my YouTube channel, I never thought that I would even get 1,000 subscribers. I wasn't even thinking about subscribers. I was barely thinking about views. But, you know, throughout the years, I've gotten a lot of support, in my opinion, a lot of support, and I am thankful for every one of my subscribers. Even if they hate watch, that's fine, or even if they don't watch, that's cool too. You know, YouTube has a crazy algorithm, and if you watch one of my videos and you don't like it, or you just watch it for like a minute or 2 or something like that, the next video you might not catch. Yeah. Wishing Goat Edit, what's going on, bro? Good morning to you. I hope everything is well. He asked, do I live in the United States? Yes, I do live in the United States. I live in New Jersey. And New Jersey is an interesting state. But yeah, I'm from New Jersey. Where you at, Wishing? But yeah, so I'm gonna start off with this with my college football 25 review. If you don't know, if this is the first time to the channel, good morning. Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Uh, yeah, so my college football review. If you didn't know, by the way, if you're just stopping by the channel, my channel normally is a video game channel. I talk mostly about simulation football. I hope to interview and talk to even more football developers out there. Uh, I've interviewed, maybe two or three developers, and I hope that I can interview more. I hope that I can help promote or help with whatever I can in terms of simulation football gaming, especially when it comes to indie developed games. What part of New Jersey? Well, I said I'm from New Jersey, and I also say I'm from the United States. What part of the states you from, bro? But yeah, so one game in particular that I've interviewed the head director of game development over there at Modus Maximum Studios is Micah, um, and he's heading Maximum Football. We cut it up in the chat, in the group, not the group chat, the Discord chat. We talk. It's cool, man. They're making a simulation football game, and I've given my feedback. They listen. They understand what the simulation football gaming community wants, and I really do think that Maximum Football is going to be successful. And here's why. And this is part of the review. The logic in Maximum Football is better than College Football 25. Yes, I said it. I think I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. An indie development studio that rebranded and remade Maximum Football from the ground up within, I don't know, maybe 4 years, 2 years, whatever it is, has made a simulation football game with better logic than EA Sports, college football, and more than likely Madden 25. More than likely, the logic in Maximum Football is so organic. It does have some improvements for sure. It can get better, and it will get better. But the fact that their standard or their foundation, the game, is better than College Football 25 is ridiculous. Look, when you run out of the pocket with QB Spy, they attack you. Whoever assignment is for QB Spy, they attack you. They just don't let you run up the field and stay slave to their zone. With college football and Madden, that's exactly what happens. With All Pro Football 2K8, a simulation football game without the NFL license, only NFL Legends. That game came out on the Xbox 360 how many moons ago? Damn, I think bouncing. We bouncing over here. That game had very impressive logic, very simulated logic, where if you step out in the pocket and they have a spy, or even if they have zone, they will break their zone, or in their spy they will actually be way more aggressive than what happens in Madden. Madden or EA branded football games have had the same issue since Michael Vick. Michael Vick, when he came out, when he was a pro NFL player, and when he was in Madden, literally broke the game because their logic, they couldn't compute with that speed. The AI would not react to Michael Vick running out of the pocket. There would be like no pressure on Michael Vick. I remember when I used to play the game, when I used to play Madden back then, I used to send my corners out on a blitz, and you send your corners from the outside. that actually helped with scramblers, because that's what everybody did. Everybody picked the Falcons, and they picked Michael Vick, and all they did was scramble. Well, you could do that a lot, way too much in college football 25 for my liking, even though I use it to my benefit when I'm playing the computer. It's just the logic that maximum football has. Look, I've seen safeties that are in a deep zone. Once they get onto that deep threat, they're running across the field. They're running across the field, following that assignment. I don't see that enough in maximum football. I'm sorry. I don't see that enough in college football 25. I just don't. And I wish I did. I try to be a very positive person, but I also am a objective person. It's hard to put an illusion on me when I see the truth. If I see the truth, I'm more of a truthful person than a positive person, right? I have to be truthful, yet I want to be positive. I want to be positive, but who I am, at the core, I have to be truthful. And from what I'm seeing, maybe I'm wrong, but what I'm seeing, the logic in maximum football, way better, way more organic than college football 25. I can't say that enough. And that all has to be part of the review. My honest review of playing college football 25 for a week. And, just playing the game, because EA sold the game as it's not a reskin. It's much better. It's super improved. Don't think it's a reskin. Yada 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 yada. Right? But it totally is a reskin. They took so much of the coding. They took so much coding from Madden and put it in the college football atmosphere. It's so obvious once you play the game. And look, once people play Madden 25, I don't understand how they're going to come out and say, oh, this is just basically the same game, Madden 25 and NCAA or college football 25. College football 25 and Madden 25 are going to play so similar. The only difference is, more of these players if you're more into college football or more into the NFL. I'm way more into the NFL than I am with college football. Way more. Way more. So I'm not totally big on college football. I'm just not. I will watch it though, but as a whole, I'm such a New York Giants. You see that, right? You see that, right? I'm a New York Giants football fan. I'm not just putting an NY on my hat because it looks cool. You know how a lot of dudes wear Yankee hats. They don't even like baseball. But I am a New York diehard for life Giants fan. Not because they won a Super Bowl. I was a Giants fan before they won their Super Bowls in my lifetime. I digress. But yeah, so college football 25, it can be fun for sure, but it's not itching my simulation football needs enough. Also, college football 25, this is a big one, right? This is a big one because I'm playing, you Eagle fan, get the hell out of here. No good morning for you. Get out of here. Nah, I'm just playing. Just playing. I'm not a crazed Giants fan. Y'all got my boy Saquon. It's all good. It's all good. You got Saquon. Tell me what you think about your offensive line, though. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about your offensive line. You lost your center. You lost a guard and a tackle. Tell me about your offensive line. See, it's crazy. It seems like Saquon always goes to a team that don't have a good offensive line. I don't think that boy is ever going to fully flourish as a running back. If he had the last year's Eagles offensive line, the 49ers offensive line, the dude would be the best running back in the league because he is the best running back in the league. That offense would be completely unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? So But yeah, man, it's gonna be a work in progress, right? That's what I'm saying. You know, a lot of those guys in the offensive line that's replacing Kelsey and whomever else. I don't know the particular team, but those guys are largely improving. That, you know, the combination is largely improving. So we'll see. Y'all offensive line. I'm convinced. You see how I'm saying? I'm a truthful person, right? I'm very objective. So I'm fully convinced that the owner of the New York Giants, Mr. Mara himself. All right, we back. All right. So yeah, I fully believe that John Mara, the owner of the Giants, he does not care for offensive linemen at all. They have to be They have to be Andrew Thomas, left tackle of the offensive line, to praise them. But I truly believe that if it came down to it, you know, he'd rather have a so-so offensive line with great players around that offensive line rather than have a really good offensive line with some good players and one or two really good players. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he definitely the biggest question mark going into the season is that offensive line. I'm glad you said that. I stated that on Twitter on an Eagles post, right? On some Eagles highlight or something like that, or maybe Saquon going to the Eagles. So many fans got on top of me and said that you're delusional. The guys that they got are going to be top tier. I'm like, yo, you don't even know how they're going to play yet. You got, especially in the NFL, you can have some of the best players on a team, and that team just be so-so. You know, you can have all the names, but they could just be so-so. You know, so it really depends on how the season goes, how well they mesh together, and how good their offensive line coach is, which I have no idea who that is either. So I'm not an Eagles fan, but good luck to you, good luck to y'all. You know, hopefully y'all have a good season. I don't expect the Giants to have that great of a season. That's why I'm not all bent out of shape that Saquon went to the Eagles, because the Giants, they're still rebuilding from the ground up anyway. We don't even know what we're going to have at quarterback for the upcoming future, you know, for the foreseeable future. We don't even know what's going to happen with that. So we're not going to be good for a good 3 or 4 years at best. So Saquon could go ahead and go to the Eagles, do great. It ain't going to ruin nothing because the Giants are already so-so anyway, at best. So-so at best. So, you know, like I said, I'm an honest person. I'm not being overly negative or anything like that. I just see what I see. But anyway, back to this college football review. I'm like, this is a big one again. You know, I'm back to that point. I didn't even make it yet, but college football 20. I am switching around with so many teams because I do not have a favorite team. I am a nomad when it comes to college football gaming, right? I don't have a favorite team. I just not into it. So I'm playing with Buffalo. I'm playing with the Ducks. Who else? I played with Clemson. I played with Ole Miss. Shout out to Eli Manning. I played with Syracuse. I played with, you know, a handful of teams. I took the long road to a short point. I played with a handful of teams, and I played against a handful of teams. And let me tell you, the teams, when you play them as a user, yeah, they play different for sure. But when you're playing against them as the CPU on varsity, which is the midpoint of difficulty level, there's 4 difficulty levels, of course, just like Madden, 4 difficulty levels, reskin alert. Yeah, when you're playing on varsity, which is the 2nd difficulty level, then it's All-American, then it's Heisman. When you're playing on varsity, or even I surmise any other difficulty level, the teams, the CPU plays the same. They play this, every team just about plays the same, and it depends on your team's rating to stop the other team to doing what they're doing, right? You have, this is their tactics, right? When you're beating them down, right, in the beginning of the game, you're beating down the computer, they have these big plays to make the game even. Big run, big pass, big something. It's always going to be a big play. Now, I say this to say, if you're playing the game straight up and not using cheese, when you're not using cheese plays, basically money plays, basically the one or handful of plays in Madden at no matter what offense you're playing and almost no defense that you're playing, more than likely the defense or offense will be largely the same. You'll get very, very similar outcomes depending on small little factors, just depending on the plays that you pick. Madden and college football, EA branded football games, it's still that. It's still the plays that you pick rather than the personnel that you have for the most part. You know, it's been like that forever. So that's a bad thing about being a reskin, is that you're picking up all the flaws that your parent game has. And college football's parent game is Madden, right? That's where they got all the coding from, or a large majority of the coding for their game for college football 25 came from Madden. That's what makes it a reskin. The coding, that's the hard part. Not the cutscenes, not the presentation, not the sounds. It's not that. You know, it's, you have to when you're creating a game, you have to code everything, right? So the triggering of those elements is the easy part. That's like the icing on top of the cake. That's not the game, the core part of the game. Core part of the game is Madden. But yeah, a lot of the teams as the CPU opponent, they play largely the same. They use big plays. They'll gash you for big yards. What else they do? If you have a good lead going into like the second, third quarter, you know, after the half, the CPU will do some dumb things. They'll just throw the ball right to a DB. What else they do? And this goes across the board from Madden to college football. It's just teams don't have enough of an identity. That's basically what I'm trying to get to. Teams don't have enough of an identity for college football to be really good, in my opinion. It's too many times I'm playing as a superior team and I'm playing a weaker team because I'm really trying to learn the game. And they're doing exactly the same thing to me as a good team would do. I know because I've played against good teams. And no matter how good my defense is, they're still pushing the will of the game. They're still doing what they want to do. And I just find that odd, you know. Not even, you know, I don't even find that odd. I don't even find that surprising, because I called it. I knew college football 25 would be a reskin, but I'm actually disappointed that EA as a developer, they didn't take the time. They just dropped the ball. They could have really rebuilt college football from the ground up, made it a completely different game, or a much, much better game than what they did with Madden. And you know, it's not the engine. The engine for sure wasn't made for football games, but guess what? There is no engine in the world right now that's on the market that is made for football games. There's none. Name me one engine that's not proprietary that is made for football games. Not one. 2K mentioned that they don't even have a They don't even have a football engine anymore. Whatever engine that they use for their sports games is now all NBA 2K. So if it's all NBA 2K and they're not making, well, so we think that they're not making a football game, they don't have an engine. So there's no engine on the market right now that made for football games. So you can't say that the Frostbite engine is failing EA. No, EA is just failing at simulation football. That's the bottom line. If EA would give a fuck, if they would just care, they would have made college football from the ground up and made it like deep and good and everything's that the fans wanted. Started over from a clean slate, and college football could have been different. Could have been different than Madden. Look, I bought that bundle, right? I bought that bundle, but I'll never buy it again. I only bought the bundle to make content. That's it. You know, have some gameplay for you guys. That's it. You know, I will never buy that bundle. It's always going to be one or the other game from now on. It won't be both games. It will never be both games. Never be both games again. EA, with their marketing, has everybody thinking that Madden is going to be, or college football was going to be a different game. But even those blogs was like the biggest change is the game speed. And look, I'm here to tell you, the game speed isn't that crazy from Madden. You know, that's it. You know, this live is almost a half an hour long. Again, I hope you guys have a great morning. Hit the like, subscribe. Make sure you come back to the next Good Morning Drive. Check out my videos that I'm going to drop. I got a slew of videos proving my points that I just made just now. Ratings don't matter in college football 25. Ratings don't matter in college football 25. Ratings do not matter in college football 25. They matter only this much. It used to be, I give them one thing, it used to be like this much, but now this much. And Madden ratings only matter about this much too. Go figure. It's your boy Gettin. That's all I got. So I'm out of here. Again, good morning. Hope you guys have a great one. Peace.